the problem with wearing a hat all day, is that it just fucks everything up. Okay. What's up, guys? All right, so welcome back to my channel. I don't really know where this channel is going, to be honest. I have no idea what, like, the type of content that I'm gonna be doing. It's like kind of all over the place. That is gross. Excuse you. My dog is so much like me. We just burp in people's faces. Okay, can you go lay down? No. Yeah, lay down then. Thank you. I'm doing this video as a check-in, and it's probably not going to be edited for a little bit because I have some other ones I want to do first. But by the time it's posted, it should be the end of February, and that, I guess, marks 1 year. So this video concept that I have right now is 1 year anniversary for body hair. So 1 year ago, if you haven't already seen the video, I will link it somewhere at the top or whatever. But 1 year ago, I started my journey of not shaving my underarms and my legs. So my leg hair is like about 1 centimeter long. It's blonde. Nobody really notices. The only time that it really was like bothering like me, or like it was more noticeable, was when I was on my trip in November and I was sitting by the pool, and obviously like I use tanning oil, so having the tanning oil and it like sticking to my blonde hair and reflecting with the sun, it was really funny when the workers would come over and I'd be like laying with my legs out, and they would come by and ask if I need a drink or anything like that, and just kind of like look at my legs and then look at me. That was pretty funny. Other than that, like, it doesn't bother me at all. Mind you, when I started, it was like the end of the winter. I worked on farms, so nobody really saw my legs. And then summer, my legs were kind of out. Like, I was working on the farm, so they were either in rubber boots or like I was wearing shorts with work boots, but again, like, nobody saw them. It hasn't really bothered me going to the beach. If anything, the armpit hair was a little bit harder to swallow for me. I think I have a video that I'm gonna insert about 5 months in, or 5.5 months in, almost 6 months in. I hate doing these types of videos when you have to like talk about your insecurities so openly, because I don't do that. I don't talk about my feelings. That's a lie. I talk about my feelings a lot, but I don't talk about like how I feel or how things like hurt my feelings, because I don't do that. This video is a update on my body hair confidence thing. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I've basically been growing my body hair out, well, at least like my legs and my armpits, for the last, like, I don't even know, I think the last time I shaved my legs was in August or September, and it's now July. And the last time shaving my armpits was in February sometime. Yeah, and the reason that I decided to do this is personally because I have a lot of insecurities about my body, and I just didn't like the stigma that guys were able to do all this other stuff and women were supposed to be hairless and we're supposed to always look pretty, and we have so much pressure to do our hair in different hairstyles. Like, this is literally what I do with my hair. I just throw it up in a ponytail or a bun, and that's it. And I just didn't like how it was like a completely doubled standard there, where we had to shave our body hair, even though it grows naturally, and right when you hit puberty, you start to feel like a woman because the hair starts coming in on your body, but then you're told to shave it right away because that's gross and women don't have hair. So it just kind of fucks with your head as a kid. And I decided to like test my confidence in this, and I like, my leg hair doesn't matter because it's blonde. You can't really see it. I think it's like, my legs are so dry. I would say it's about 1 centimeter long right now. And it's been since like August or September, the last time I shaved. And my armpit hair situation right now is not bad. I don't know, I'm really bad at measurements. It's not bad. Like, it doesn't bother me when I lift my arms up. Like, I like to see that I have armpit hair. What I think I don't like and what I'm really, like, struggling with right now is the length. I think the length is what bothers me. Because when I first started this and it started growing in, I felt really empowered. I felt really strong and confident, and like, it didn't bother me going out and running errands and lifting my arms and wearing shirts like this where you can like see it. And over the last, I think, like 2 months or so, it's really been a struggle for me because I think everybody's comments are starting to get to me. And when I say everybody, I'm not talking about women. I am talking about sometimes like getting looks from people, but I think it's more or less like the comments that the men make. If you don't like body hair and you want to cut yours off and shave it all off, fine. If I decide to grow mine out, then that should be my own choice. But just the whole comments from men, I think, was starting to affect me. And I recently realized, and it happened a lot today, that I am not as confident with just throwing my arms around and doing stuff and going and running errands and not caring about what people think. Now it's like I don't really lift my arms very much. I'm doing like this. So I think that's what it is. I think it's the length that's really starting to bug me. And I thought it was done growing. I think it's done growing now, but I don't know if I like this length because right now, like, I don't even know. I would say like it's an inch. So like, it's not too bad, but at the same time, like, it just, the length bothers me. I like having it there. I like how soft it is. I like the look of it. I think it makes me feel more grown up having it and not having to shave. And my showers are so much faster when I don't have to worry about my leg hair or my armpit hair. That's where I'm at. So I bought something. So I bought these clippers. So there was like a bunch of different kinds. This one I got because it's a beard trimmer. So I'm like, okay, like, usually when you find like ones for your face or something, they're really small, what's it called, blades, I guess, the little plastic things. It does need to charge, so I'm going to take this opportunity to go and run my dog for a walk, and then by the time I get back, they should be charged, and you guys can experiment with me. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a challenge. It's been a real challenge. It has nothing to do with the fact that, like, I want to shave it, and I think if I did just quit now and shave it, then I would feel very disappointed in myself, because the whole point of this is to build my confidence, and I would feel like I kind of let myself down, and yeah, I think I would regret it, because when I had my dreadlocks, I brushed them out, but I do miss the dreadlocks, so I know that if I shave, and then, like, I'll feel like I really, like, let myself down, kind of, and I think I'll miss it, and I'll just probably grow it out again. So I don't really want to, like, waste all that 5.5 months of, like, building my confidence to just kind of follow in the pattern of starting to shave again, because people's opinions are getting to me, because that's the whole point of this, is to go against people's opinions, and yeah. That's all I can really blurb about before I just start repeating myself. I'm going to plug this in, and I'm going to take my dog for a walk. So I'll be back in about half an hour, and we'll see how this goes. Okay guys, I'm back, and I'm ready to fuck shit up. Just kidding. No, I probably will fuck shit up. Is this one numbered? Number 4. Okay. Number 4 is a medium. So this is 8 millimeters. So yeah, that seems legit. What's that? Oh. This is so confusing, guys. Okay, what's number 6 and number 5? That's number 1, number 3. Alright, I guess we're going with 4 because can't do anything else. What is that? Ooh, what? I have no idea. Oh my God. This is actually happening. Let's do this. Oh. It's actually working, guys.
for some hils. I don't know how I feel about that. It's really like, damn it. It's more manageable though. Like, look at the difference. Just the difference alone looks so much better. Damn. Okay, let's do the other side. This is kind of fun actually. I'm having fun with this. Okay. I think that's good. The loose hairs out. Does that look even though? Okay. So all in all, this is the after. How do I take this off without like turning it on back? Oh. Cool. So for anyone wondering, I bought this at Walmart for 20 bucks. But yeah, so that's kind of exciting. So that makes me feel better. That makes me feel so much better, guys. Honestly, like, I was getting so insecure because like I would stand there like this and you could just see like bush popping out of my armpits. Now it's like more manageable and I feel like I could just like throw my arms in the air like when I'm out clubbing and like going tomorrow night and be like, yes, like, and like not worry about it, not be so self-conscious because it just looks like it just started growing, but like it's been 5.5 months. But I love it, honestly. It's so much more refreshing. Damn, the fact that my face went from like depressed when I first started talking to you guys to like, oh man, I can't even express like how relieved I am right now. I'm so excited.
So at this 5.5 or whatever, you'll see, I think I say it in the video clip, at that mark was when I was kind of debating on just getting rid of it because I was very, very self-conscious about it. And it kind of had to do with like people in my immediate family kind of being like, well, why don't you just shave it? Like, I don't understand why you're doing this. And other people being like, you're just doing this to rebel. And it's like, yes and no. Like, there's like a million different reasons of why. Like, some of them are like the fact that I'm trying to be more comfortable with my body. That's why I don't really like to wear a lot of makeup anymore. I stopped wearing like padded bras. I just wear like these little bralettes. Like I'll wear padded bras like if I'm going out to the bar, or like if I'm wearing like a low cut shirt and like I need a little bit of lift or things like that. But for the most part, I don't care. I don't do anything with my hair. It's always in a bun, a ponytail, or half up because it gets frizzy as fuck. Or I'm wearing a hat. So I don't do anything with my hair. Like, I don't curl my hair. I don't style it like most girls do. Like, I'm very low maintenance in that sense. So for me, it's like I was trying to deal with my confidence, and I'm still working on it. Like, it's still a hard thing to kind of accept with like certain people, because obviously there's going to be people that don't like it and they just prefer you to not have it. But those people don't really matter in the end, to be honest, because if that is going to be a judgment of continuing a relationship or continuing to get to know somebody or not get to know somebody based on body hair, like, that just goes to show more of their character than yours. And I don't really need people in my life that aren't 100% supportive or open-minded or down to earth or anything like that. I don't need that toxicity. I don't even know why I'm trying to say this word. I can't say this word. Toxicity. Think that's it. I don't really need that in my life. Like, I just pretty much want to surround myself with like-minded people that are very laid back and don't judge people on stupid shit like that. So for me, anybody who really had a problem with it, I just kind of said, like, take it or leave it. Like, it's not my problem if you have a problem with it. But mind you, there's only been, I want to say, like 3 people in the last year that have had a problem with it. And like, when I say had a problem with it, I say like, oh, I'm not into that, or oh, that's weird, or that's gross, or whatever. Like, I've only had 3 people actually kind of like stick their nose out to it. Other than that, everybody's like, you know what, whatever, like, it's your body, do whatever you want to do. It's not harming anybody. And like, everybody grows body hair. That's the thing, and I don't understand why women are so pressured to pretty much shave every part of their body and be this like hairless fucking baby. Like, it's so weird. Like, I don't understand the stigma. I don't understand the stigma. And anybody who says like it's unhygienic or anything like that, like, I will tell you right now that I'm just like, I'm the type of person that I sweat kind of no matter what. So when it's really cold out, my body temperature fluctuates a lot and it tries to heat it up, and then I get cold sweats, and then in the summer I sweat because it's hot outside, and then I sweat when I'm nervous. Like, it's just a natural thing to sweat. And when you have armpit hair and don't have armpit hair, it honestly is the same thing for me. I didn't have an increase or decrease or anything like that. I sweat the exact same amount. I have the exact same odor if I don't wear deodorant. I have the exact same everything. The only difference is that I don't have razor burn. I don't have to be self-conscious about it. Like, if I decided that I want to shave my armpit hair tomorrow, I will. But I haven't really wanted to. Like, I don't care to. I mean, I trim it down, but that's only if I'm going out, like if I'm going to a party or a wedding or vacation or anything like that, where I know I'm gonna be like throwing my hands up and I'm like maybe be drunk and I don't want to deal with people when I'm drunk, because I am one of those people that I have really strong liquid courage. So if anyone was to be an asshole to me, I would probably get right in their face, and I don't really need to do that. I just don't want to have a problem with it. So I don't shave it off, but I shave it down. And all these stereotypes that it's unhygienic, like, fuck you, I'm sorry, but I shower every single day. I wash my armpits just like everybody else. The only difference is that I have like this little bit of armpit hair, and that's it. And I don't have razor burn. I don't have any chance that you guys have. If you shave your armpits, you have a higher chance of getting infections and bacteria and all this stuff. I don't have that problem, because the hair is there to protect your skin, and that's why it grows all over your body in the places to protect your skin. With my legs, I don't care about my legs, because like I said, like, it doesn't show necessarily, and I don't think I will shave my legs for a while, to be honest. Like, it doesn't bug me enough to do that. I can't even think of a scenario where I'd want to be honest. Like, I've gone to the beach, I've gone swimming, I've done all this stuff. It doesn't bug me. I've done photo shoots. Like, yeah, the problem for me was at the 5.5 mark when I did the video of trimming it down for the first time, because I was really battling with the fact that it was so long, and I was looking at all these other people that I look up to that have the body hair, that kind of inspired me to do it and to challenge myself and challenge the confidence that I truly have in myself. And I was watching all these people and I was like, okay, but yes, they have body hair, but it's not the same as mine. Like, it's not as much, it's not as like, it's not really thick, but it's just not as much. Like, it's nice, clean, put together. And I was looking at mine and looking at theirs, and I like couldn't find like how people do it. And then I think I saw one video where this girl talks about it, and she says basically like, yes, like, I do use a trimmer and I do trim it to maintain the length, not to shave it off, just to maintain the length. And I was like, okay, that makes complete fucking sense. All these people I look up to, that's what they do. They just trim it back. Like, they don't shave it, but they maintain it. And it's like the same as maintaining a beard or anything like that. I went to Walmart, I bought a beard trimmer for, I think it was like 20 or 25 bucks. And I sat in the bathroom and I was on the verge of crying because it was just so overwhelming. What I didn't like was when I would put my arms down and you could see a little bit, and I don't like that. So for me, it just was a simple thing to just like trim it off. And you'll see in the video, my face kind of goes from like almost in tears, really like upset about it, to trimming it, and I was completely 100% a-okay again. Sorry. So this morning I did trim it down because I'm going out for my birthday, and again, I don't want to be drunk and deal with idiots, especially people from KW who just that's all I could say without flying off the handle. So I did trim it down, so I'll show you how long it is now, and I'll show you what my leg hair is at now at 1 year. So this is 1 year, my 1 year anniversary with body hair. Let's do a check-in. Okay, let's see. Okay, Cole, you gotta get out of the way. Thank you. So I trimmed my armpit hair this morning. So this is what it's at now. It's literally like blonde. That's all it is. Like, I don't know if I can show you the length. Like, you can't even really see how long it is. It's literally just like half a centimeter, if that. So this is my leg hair. I don't know if you can really tell. You probably can't see it. So I don't know if you can tell. You could barely grab it because it's so fine. So when I go to the beach and stuff, you don't really notice it. Yeah. That's it. Dating wise, with body hair, what I tend to do is, it's kind of the same thing that I do for a lot of things like that. The method that I do is, if you show fear or you show that something bugs you and that like if somebody brings it up, it actually like bothers you, if you show that, then people pick up on that and they could use it against you. Whereas the method that I do is often what I used to do when I was getting bullied in high school, which is basically just act like it doesn't bother you, whether it does or not. That doesn't matter. It could be eating you up inside. Like, if somebody says a comment to me about it, like, I could be sitting there getting so angry about it, but I'm not gonna show that because that shows weakness and I don't like to do that. So for me, it's like, when I would talk to guys, I would kind of just like jokingly be like, oh, haha, yeah, I'm such a hippie. And they're like, oh, that's cool. And then then they find out like how hippy dippy I am, and then they're like, oh, okay. But for the most part, like I said, it's weird because people that are younger than me don't care, and then it's people that are my age or like a couple years older than me that are just like so fucking precious about it. Like, oh my god, girls better look like a fucking chicken cutlet down there. Like, you better not have even like a fucking hair out of place. Guys that are my age, and it's so stupid. I don't understand it at all. But going forward, like, that's one thing that I tell people now is like, yes, I have body hair. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, I have body hair. No, I'm not gonna shave it just because you fucking tell me to. No, I'm not gonna shave it just because like you're embarrassed to be around me with it or like in public with me. Like, fuck you. I don't need you. So I'm not gonna fall into the trap of some guy sitting there being like, oh, I'd rather you not have it. Well, that's great. I'd rather not hang out with you then if you're gonna be like that. Like, for me, it doesn't matter. And for whoever I'm with, like dating wise, it shouldn't matter because that does not define me. That does not change my personality. That doesn't change like what I do to help my friends or help people or my mindset or anything like that. It has nothing to do with my character. It shouldn't play a part in whether you want to get to know me or not. I mean, like I said, like if I decide that I want to shave it, I don't have a problem with doing that. Like, I will, but I just don't care right now. And with jobs, like, I don't know, like I work in dairy so I don't have to worry about like people in the work field doing that, or like restaurants or like anything like that. Like, I'm sorry, I can't give you advice on that. People that work at the farms with me, obviously they've kind of noticed, and they just, again, they don't care because like farmers don't give a shit about things like that. What else? Going out. Okay, so one thing, when I was first starting out, I don't know if I have the picture. Let me see. 1 second. Okay, I don't have it. When I first started growing it, and I got about that 5 month mark, there's a girl that I follow on YouTube named Steffi Lee, and I follow her on Instagram as well, and she posted a picture of her laying down with her hair spread out and her arms were like this. And I said in the comment, I was like, did you shave your armpits? And then she said, no, it's still there. It's just hard to see it, I guess, in that photo. And I said, okay, cool. Like, do you have any advice for like just kind of starting this journey and going out, like not just like going out, but like going out to clubs and bars and things like that. And then she said basically like just own it, and if anybody says anything, just own it even more as a big like fuck you. And I said, okay, but that's really easy to say, but it's harder when you're in like a small town and people aren't as open-minded, especially being at our age. And she just basically like said like, no, you have to own it. And then someone else chimed in, this guy chimed in, and he said, what did he say? Something like, he tagged me, so he was saying it to me. He said, yeah, just shave that shit off and save yourself the embarrassment. And then I wrote back, and I still giggle about this, it's like perfect, but I wrote back, I'll shave mine when you shave yours. And then everybody like started like liking my comment. Steffi Lee liked it and all this stuff, and like obviously I was fangirling pretty hard. I did have a screenshot of it. I took a screenshot because I was like freaking out at the fact that she actually like responded, and I didn't think I'd ever get a response. But so that was like a big moment for me, because I was like, no, like now that this guy said this just makes me want to just keep it. Just because, you know? Because there's so many closed-minded people, and it's like, yes, I'm rebelling against society, I guess, in a way, but I'm also doing this for me, and like, that's it. Those are the two biggest reasons. And when she responded, I was like, okay, yes. And I tried to look into videos and see if anyone else had any sort of advice for actually going out clubbing and partying and things like that, and dealing with like a younger crowd and like in the city, because city people are more closed-minded, I think, to it. Because like, for example, when I used to go party downtown, there's like a bunch of city people, and the girls wear like tight little dresses or mini skirts and things like that, huge stilettos, and they look super dolled up. But of course, no armpit hair, nothing. Like eyebrows drawn on, like the whole 9 yards. And I couldn't find any piece of advice for like being able to go to a club or having the confidence to do that. So for me, it was very hard. And I think the first time that I actually went out to like a bar or something, I was wearing a t-shirt, because that was enough that when I did lift my arm, you could see it a little bit. So it was like kind of gaining a little bit of confidence at a time, where you could see it a little bit, but then like not the whole armpit or whatever. So I did that for like the first time. And then after that, I think I wore, what did I wear? I think I wore a shirt with a denim vest, like a frilled denim vest, so that when I lift my arms, like you don't really notice it really quick. That was something else I did. And then eventually, honestly, I just kind of said fuck it. Like, I just wore my tank tops, because like, what am I gonna do? Like hide out and just wear t-shirts to the bar from now on? Like, that's not the whole point of this. The whole point is to gain confidence in myself, and to be able to step outside my comfort zone and put myself in these awkward situations and have to deal with it, and have people looking at me and be okay with it. Because anybody who's outside of the normal or doesn't follow society's like stigmas is pretty much gonna get weird looks anywhere you go. So I was like, whatever, I guess I just have to get used to it. And that's kind of what I did. And I just started wearing tank tops. Like I was wearing tank tops during the day anyway. So I'm like, I'm going like to do errands and I'm doing all this stuff. And like I was going to see my parents with like tank tops and things like that. So I'm like, what's the difference? Like I'm going out to a bar and what? Like it doesn't matter. So that was kind of a hard thing for me to grasp, is like going out. And even like kind of when I was doing it, like once I started grooming myself or trimming or whatever you want to call it, that's when I was actually like, okay, I'll just go down, like I'll trim it down to a nice length where I'm okay with it if somebody sees it or whatever. So I mean, this is like pretty short. Like you can barely even notice when I have my arms up, you could barely even notice that I have it. Like I don't even see it in the viewfinder. I see like maybe the bottom, but like it's not much. So for me, it's like, yeah, I don't mind going to the bar like this and like lifting my arms up. I'm not worried about like people saying anything. And if they do, my friends are fucking kick ass and they're gonna stand up for me because they don't care. They don't take that shit. So that's pretty much it. This is my 1 year weigh-in with body hair. I want to hear if you guys have any problems or questions or anything like that. Any story that you can kind of leave in the comment section for anybody else that's maybe starting this journey to read, because I know for me it was helpful to watch other people's videos, but there was a lot of things that I couldn't find answers on, which is like going out and things like that and building confidence going out. So if there's any comments or anything that you want to leave, just leave it in the comment section below. It'll help other people. I like reading that stuff. And yeah, I think that's it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want. And I have a lot of other video ideas that I'm going to be putting out, so hopefully I can edit one today and put it out today. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.